What is up, my friends? My name is Equithrumi, and today I'm back highlighting another deck, this time from my boy's mini, Jacob 5 Jr. His main account is Jacob 5, and he's pushing 5K there, but here on his mini, he has a very impressive deck, guys, and that's what I'm going to show you today. Keep in mind, he is a level 8 on this account, and he received the Night Witch from the draft challenge, so he is a solid player even though his account is low. And at this level 8 account, he has 3,452 cups as his high. And well, let's take a look at the deck, guys. It's very different from many of the decks that people have been putting together. A lot of people are getting this Night Witch and putting it behind a golem or putting it behind a giant and beating down towers, but Jacob 5 is the king that I know of zap bait and or log bait, and that's how he implemented this card right here. Take a look. He has the Skarmy, Goblin Gang, Goblin Barrel, Minion Horde. Of course he has that Hog Rider. He's going with the Zap, he's going with the Fireball, and he's going with the Night Witch. We're going to take a look at 3 of his replays and see how he actually gets this done, guys. But before I do, I want to thank you all for coming down to the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I want to urge you to right now subscribe to the channel for this kind of content, because I come out with it every single day for both Clash of Clans and Clash Royale. So hit that sub button, guys. Now let's get into this first replay right here. And as you can see, Jacob 5 Jr. is now in Elite Nation, but he's from Allies Esports. And he's playing against a level 10 opponent right here, guys. Jacob's on the bottom, working his way up, and his opponent is 2 tiers higher than him. He's going in with that Hog Rider and that Goblin Gang. Hog Rider's doing a little bit of work on that tower, but he had to deal with that Electro Wizard. The tower will take down that E-Wiz. And now it's time to continue on the battle. He's going to probably throw his Skarmy right here. How's he going to handle this? Skarmy's going to go right on top of that musket, doing some nice work, and now pushing that tower. The Mega Minion's going to help clean it up, but not before a few of those Skellies get some stabs at that tower. And here comes the Night Witch. Level 1 Night Witch. Those bats are beasts, guys. They do some serious work, those bats do. And well, you'll see right here, the bats will spawn out of the Night Witch upon death and really kill most things around, because they are pretty strong, guys. His elixir's full. He's going in with the Gob Barrel and the Hog. As you can see, he does a nice job comboing his troops, although the opponent had a nice counter right there with those barbarians, really doing some nice work on that incoming push. So we have a Skarmy and a Minion Horde right there, taking out the barbarians and taking out that musketeer. What does the opponent have? He's going to E-Wiz it all, I assume, right there. Yes, he does. Basically sacrificing that Electro Wizard to prevent his tower from going down. He has a Golem that he's about to play. How is Jacob 5 Jr. going to handle it? I would think this deck would do some serious work against the Golem, not only because, well, actually I should say, not only because it's a zap bait type deck, but he doesn't have Inferno, but the amount of swarming troops in this deck, guys, is unbelievable. And as you can see, when people push with that Golem, he pushes the opposite lane, and he's almost taken down that tower. It's only a zap away from taking down that tower, guys. And here he goes with the Night Witch, the Skarmy, and then the bats that spawned after death. He's going to clean this up pretty nicely, but look at this graveyard by the opponent. He was not expecting that graveyard, although the Minion Horde leftovers were able to jump in there and try and help out. But because a couple of Golemites were still remaining, it was not enough to shut it down. But he does have 1 tower for sure, just waiting on that zap. He's going to play some defense over here with that Night Witch. Let's see how well this all works out. Night Witch against Electro Wizard, pretty beastly melee damage right there from the Night Witch. And there's the zap to take down that left-hand tower, and he's not far away from a victory. He just has to slam down on that right-hand tower, and there it goes for the win. Only 1 second left, and that is the end of the game. Level 8 versus a level 10. Jacob 5, our level 8, takes home the victory. First one was impressive. Let's see if the second one can do the same. And the second one we have right here. Okay, he again is a level 8 versus a level 10. He's on the top this time, working his way down. It looks like he's playing against the Zap Bait deck itself, it seems, guys. Here he goes with that Hog Rider, pushing the lane, and the Electro Wizard's being played by the opponent. 1 strike, and only 1 strike on that tower. Now, being 2 levels below his opponent, he has a lot of work to do to basically catch up. And look at this, they throw their Hog right into the Skarmy, but the minions are there, gonna clean up that Hog. The Hog shouldn't even get 1 shot in the tower, and here we go, Goblin Barrel and Minion Horde. Nice zap spell right there as well, cleaning it up. They had to waste a fireball, and 1 minion still gets a few shots on that left-hand tower. He's got a pretty decent advantage right now, even being a level, 2 levels I should say, lower than his opponent. The opponent's barely touched his tower. And they're going in with the Goblin Barrel. He's going to use his gang to clean that up. He's got a Hog Goblin Gang push right now, guys. And look at this, that Inferno Tower was too late. And unfortunately for the opponent, Hog's going to get a few shots out of range. That Inferno was really a brutal shot right there by Jacob 5. Well done, well played, and a welcome mistake by the opponent. Here comes the Night Witch. And the reason I really wanted to highlight this deck, besides Jacob 5 being a good friend of mine for a very long time now, you don't see the Night Witch in these Zap Bait decks, guys. You just don't see it. So, being that she's in this one, I wanted to give it a highlight just so we could see what she was able to do, what it was all about. Here we go. Night Witch on the Hog Rider, and those bats are just going to shut him down with the help of that Skarmy right there. And here's a solid push. Hog Rider, Skarmy, but broken up nicely by the Electro Wizard. Nice job right there with the Minion Horde. Gonna clean all that mess up. Well done right there. Minion Horde pushing. Minion Horde cleaning up that gang. And here he goes. He goes with the Gob Barrel and a Goblin Gang pushing that right hand lane. He is able to force his opponent's hand right there because... oh, nice play by the opponent. He got the Hog in there, he has the Electro Wizard in there, and the Goblin Barrel, which he's going to throw his gang right on top of. Actually, I think he's going to let that one go. Hog Rider's beating on that tower. Goblin Gang's going up the other lane, but it was taken. Oh man, I'm stumbling. So much is happening so quick. The Goblin Gang was able to take out the tower with those Spear Gobs. Nicely done. And here comes that Night Witch from in the center, right in front of the King's Tower. Bats beating on that tower right there. And it looks like this is going to be a victory for Jacob 5. Really nicely done. The opponent's Fireball not able to get it done. And that's a 2-tower win, a 2-crown win right there, guys, for Jacob 5. Again, showing impressive strength as a level 8 player with this deck. And there's one more that I have to share with you guys. Let's scroll on down. I believe it's this one. Oh, I don't want to go. Yeah, I believe it's this one right here. Yes, it is. Jacob 5, a level 8 versus a level 11 player. That is a huge difference, guys. 3 tiers difference right here. Let's see how well it's played. He's got his Hog and his Gob Barrel going in on that left hand tower, I should say, beating it up something serious. Look at that Hog and that Goblin poking away down to 1200 hit points. Let's talk about an early advantage, shall we? His tower is yet to be touched as well. His gang is working on the goblins, and the opponent's playing a little spam deck right here. Pretty surprising to see out of a level 11 player. Usually don't see those kinds of decks. Nice zap right there, getting rid of those spirits and that last bit of the barbarian. Alright, Night Witch is in, and those bats are going to do some work on these incoming troops. The Night Witch is beating up on the Barbarian. The bats are going to take out those Spear Goblins, and oh, look at this. Look at this. A giant skeleton is into the game right here. The bats are going to work on it. Skarmy's in there as well, going to eat away at that giant skeleton, and as will the Goblin Gang. And he had to use a little bit of a desperation, if you want to call it, that fireball. He just did not want that giant. He did not want that giant skeleton making it to his tower, and he's got himself ready to go. Spear Gob's pushing his left-hand lane right now. Here he goes with the Goblin Barrel and the Hog Rider. Nice play with the opponent. with those fire spirits, but he's still able to take down that tower pretty nicely there, guys. How's he going to handle this? He's got a bunch of barbarians rushing the tower, and he has the spear gobs behind, so he's going with that minion horde. Going to eat it all up really nicely there, but he needs more. He needs something here to stop this incoming push. There's some archers. There's a goblin, spear goblin, but I guess he's going to let it all hit home, knowing that he'll be able to take this out with a fireball right here. Yeah, the opponent's laughing at him, although he's 3 levels higher, so it's a pretty silly if you ask me. It's not something you shouldn't be in this position when you're 3 levels higher than your opponent. But hey, it is what it is, and you never know what to expect from your opponent. This time the guy's gonna spam him a little bit, but Jacob is doing a really nice job slowing down these big pushes right here from his opponent. 22 seconds are left. There's the giant skeleton yet again. The Night Witch is on him. The Goblin Gang is on him. There is the Goblin Barrel taking down that tower. Fireball again, and nice Skarmy right there just to slow down those barbarians. And one skeleton distracting him. Nice zap spell right there, slowing down the battle ram, and that was our 3rd victory. A level 8 versus a level 11. Jacob 5 getting it done with this deck. It is beautiful. I love the Night Witch in this deck. It's something very fun, guys. Let's take a look at it right now again one more time. If you were able to get the Night Witch in the challenge, let me know first of all in the comments below, and then put this deck together. See what you can do. If you're a level 11 using this deck, you should really be able to do some solid work. He's killing Town Hall 10s. I mean, not Town Hall. I'm talking Clash of Clans right now, guys. He's knocking down level 10 and level 11 players with this deck as a level 8. That definitely says something. Give this one a shot. Let me know in the comments below or on Twitter at EchoThroughMe how well it works for you. Guys, I hope you had a good time here. If you did, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much to Jacob5 for coming down and showing this seriously awesome deck. Tons of fun to watch a player beat down on players that are such higher level than them. It's been fun. I had a good time. I hope you guys too. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see all of you back here again tomorrow. Until then, be good.